And welcome back to This Week in the USHL. Bernie Corbett, as I mentioned, flying solo without my partner in crime, Paul McNamara, tonight. And we'll be pressing on here on the program. I want to thank Matt Morris, our player profile feature, young goaltender, 17-year-old goaltender, hometown of Ridgewood, New Jersey, playing for the Dubuque Fighting Saints and playing very well here, leading Dubuque, an expansion team no less, to a current first-place standing in the Western Conference. Now we move on to our USHL Team Coaches Corner segment. And this week we're very pleased to have Curtis Carr of the Youngstown Phantoms. Youngstown currently 5th place in the Eastern Conference, but they have been on a pretty serious upturn here, which we'll be talking to Coach Carr about, having won their last 4 games. Had not won consecutive games since opening the season with 3 straight. And now the only team in the league to have not played a shootout yet, so that has not come into play. But a team that now has turned things around, and Curtis was on the coaching staff last season and took over the head coach position about halfway through. Also has some previous experience as a head coach. We'll be talking to Curtis about that, in addition to some of the members of his team and some of their Division I commitments for the future. And I believe we have Coach Carr on the line. Coach Carr, are you with us, sir?
Yes, I am. How are you doing tonight, Bernie?
Doing very well, Curtis. And the Youngstown Phantoms, as we talk about, you get them on a little bit of a roll now, having won the last 4. What have been some of the keys to the turnaround recently?
Well, we've been fortunate. We've gotten a few bounces, and we've been playing pretty well here the last 4 games. But the big thing for us is we're healthy. We started the year off pretty strong, and then we have a lot of travel there, and we did most of our out west travel rate in the first month of the season, and had a few unfortunate injuries and some flus, and we're kind of short man there for a little bit, and we kind of weathered the storm, and fortunate for us, we're back healthy, and we've been playing pretty solid right now.
Well, pretty solid indeed, and to talk a little bit, as we've had the opportunity to do this program in the last several weeks, and I've been familiar with the USHL for my long time broadcasting, 25 years at Boston University, but every roster has got unique stories. Your goaltender, Matt O'Connor, has won his last 4 starts, so you're getting outstanding goaltending. His goals against is a pretty gaudy 1.60 through his last 5 games, and that's always a building block for any team at any level.
Yeah, Matt's been very good in that for us. He's extremely talented young man, and he came in this year, and we were expecting to ride Jordan Tibbett as our number 1, but Jordan ended up accepting a scholarship to Mercyhurst 2 weeks after we reported, and we went with Matt, and he's been nothing but good for us every game, and he's actually played every game for us so far this year, and every game he's given us an opportunity to win, so we couldn't be happier with the way he's played.
And as is the case with many teams in the USHL, Coach, there is a European influence, and you have one from the Czech Republic. Currently, your leading scorer hails from the Czech Republic.
Yeah, we were fortunate last year. We had a player by the name of Andre Suster, who's now playing at Nebraska Omaha, and he had the same family advisor as Yuri, and they asked us if we'd like to take a look at Yuri halfway through the year last year, and Yuri's been nothing but very good for us. He's played on the Czech Republic under 18 team, so he's a very skilled, talented young man, and he's been playing very well for us this year.
And that's Yuri as a radio guy. Is it Sikek?
Yes.
Okay, Yuri Sikek, your leading scorer. And you've got a couple of college commitments, a guy that I've heard a lot about, very highly touted, big defenseman, kind of a prototype, a guy that's probably going to go for the college level and beyond. And that is Scott Mayfield, who is right up on the charts for the 2011 NHL draft. He's committed to Denver, and I'm sure that he offers really a great deal of stability from your blue line, giving you some big minutes.
Yeah, we rely on Scott a lot. He's been playing probably 30 to 35 minutes a game some nights for us, and he's always going up against the other team's top lines. And he's a very unique defenseman. He's big, he's physical, he moves well, and he's very solid defensively. But he also has the ability to jump up in the rush and add some offense to us. So it's very nice to have a player like Scott in our lineup, and he's been nothing but outstanding for us.
Well, based in Youngstown, you're the team that is the furthest east in the USHL, and as a result, you've got a couple of commitments to a couple of, as we say here in Boston, a couple of beanpot schools. Quinn Smith has scored 7 goals this season. Sounds like he'll be another good offensive player for Boston College. The rich get richer there with their outstanding offensive capabilities. And also your captain, Adam Berkeley, second-year USHL player, is committed to play for Greg Cronin at Northeastern.
Yeah, we something that we looked at when we were getting into the league with our draft and our scouting was we felt being the furthest east team that a lot of teams in our league go to Minnesota and Michigan, and obviously we still go there, but we felt being a little bit unique, and we're not that far from the East Coast, and we're pretty easy to get to. That we felt maybe we'd have a good chance to get those high-end kids out of the East, and kids that are committed to such schools as BC and BU and Northeastern, who are obviously great programs and have great success. So it's worked out well for us.
And as is the case, it seems like the MO with all the teams in the USHL, you got at least one famous NHL name that has a son on the team. And that's just to make guys like me feel old. Thank you very much. And in this case, it's Troy Loney. And, of course, I think, Troy Loney, I can remember he's a rookie in the NHL. Now he's got a kid who's playing for you, and it sounds like he's playing very well with Ty Loney, 13 points through 14 games.
Yeah, Ty's kind of a late bloomer. He played in Pittsburgh, and someone that we've been watching for a while. And he joined us near the end of last year for 17 games and did well. And this year he's really turned it on for us. He's a very smart player that has the nice habit of scoring goals, and he's got the ability to score goals. And he's a big, strong kid that moves well, and he sees the ice well. And definitely, I think his genetics has something to do with it.
Exactly, that's right. You can't underestimate genetics. No question about that.
No, absolutely not.
Absolutely. And Coach, you're a native of Georgetown, Ontario, and your background, you got an interesting resume that you played college hockey. I remember the Kent State program when Kent State competed as an independent, Division I independent, and you played there. You also had head coaching experience coaching there, and I would suspect that gives you a little bit of an edge when you're dealing with the guys at this level in terms of development and in terms of fine-tuning them and getting them to the point to play college hockey, and also dealing with the recruiting element of it since you've been on the other side of the fence.
Yeah, I've had a unique transition over to this level, and Kent State was very big for me as a player and as a coach to develop. And the one thing that I think I can do well with our players is talk about the whole package of going to college. It's not just about the hockey; it's about the education and classes and the atmosphere of the school and the type of programs that you're going to take. And I think because I've been able to do that for a few years at Kent, that it's helped me at least recruiting players for our team, and as well as when our guys are here, as far as helping them as far as the type of questions to ask and things that they need to look for in a program.
And you've been part of the fabric of hockey and the hockey culture in Youngstown now for a while, going back to when the Phantoms were in the North American Hockey League before they elevated to the USHL. So I would suspect you also have a pretty good feel for the community overall and the experience in Youngstown overall.
Yeah, it's been I've been here 5 years now. It's been a great experience. Bob Mainhart gave me an opportunity 3 years ago when we were in the North American League, and I came in and learned a lot under him. And we actually, our ownership is tremendous, I think. We actually own an ice arena in town, and we run our youth hockey program as well. So we're very involved in hockey in Youngstown, not only through the USHL, but through the ice rink and trying to develop youth hockey. And it's something that our ownership believes in, and we're trying to make it kind of hopefully a hotbed of hockey here in the future.
Oh, absolutely. It sounds, Coach, as if you're doing it the right way and just getting to the grassroots and having those kids looking to emulate the guys in the Youngstown Phantoms. I mean, that's just a huge, huge factor and can be a real bonus for you.
It's something that we believe in, and all our guys are involved in the youth hockey as far as a mentor program. They work with we got 2 or 3 guys with each youth team that once a week they go out to help them at practice and work with the coaches and work with the kids on the ice. And we feel it also not only benefits the young players in our youth program, but it also helps our players realize that they are role models now, and they do have kids looking up to them. And there's a sense of responsibility with that, and it's been nice for us so far.
Well, I wish you the best of luck, Coach. And Billy Joel had the song Allentown. Bruce Springsteen had the song Youngstown. I'm a much, much bigger I'm a huge Bruce Springsteen fan, and I always loved the song Youngstown.
You'll have to come to the game because it seems to be a staple in the DJ's repertoire at our home games. He likes to play that song. So
is that right?
We're very very glad to be a part of the USHL, and we're just looking forward to hopefully becoming a strong member within the league.
Thanks very much, Coach. Sounds like you're well on your way, Coach Curtis Carr, and hope to be talking to you again down the road on This Week in the USHL, and enjoy your upcoming holiday season.
Thank you, you too, and thanks for having me on the show, Bernie. Curtis
Carr, the head coach of the Youngstown Phantoms, our guest in our USHL Team Coaches Corner feature here this week on This Week in the USHL.